Hi, my name's Elizabeth, and welcome to my fourth text set video. My first book is Ella's Big Chance, a Jazz Age Cinderella, written and illustrated by Shirley Hughes. This book is a retelling of the classic fairy tale Cinderella, but in this version it takes place during the Jazz Age in the 1920s. This book is a historical fiction and it won the Kate Greenaway Medal. The next book is Little Melba and Her Big Trombone. This book is a biography about Melba Doretta Liston, who grew up to be a famous trombone player. As she wrote and played jazz music, it won the Coretta Scott King Award. Viva Frida by Yuji Morales is a picture book biography about Frida Kahlo. These illustrations are made with puppets and photography. This book is very simple in that there are only 2 sentences per page, with each sentence in Spanish and its English translation. It won both the Caldecott Medal and the Pura Belpré Award. Next is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I read this book over spring break and thoroughly enjoyed it. This modern fantasy is based off the famous Jungle Book. However, in this version, instead of a jungle, our young protagonist named Bod, short for Nobody, is raised by ghosts in a graveyard. This book won several awards, including the Newbery Medal, the Hugo Award for Best Novel, the Locus Award for Best Young Adult Novel, and the Carnegie Medal. Written by Robert McCloskey, Blueberries for Sal is about a little girl who goes blueberry picking with her mother and have an encounter with a baby bear and a mother bear. It is a picture storybook and won the Caldecott Medal Award. The All Saw Cat by Brendan Wenzel is a beautifully illustrated book about a cat walking through the world and all the other creatures it encounters. This book is a pattern book and it won the Caldecott Medal. My next book is Leave Me Alone by Vera Brosgol. This endearing modern fantasy is about a lady who just wants to knit in peace and quiet, but she is so overwhelmed by all her children she runs away. She keeps meeting other creatures until she finds a void where she can knit all 30 of her sweaters for the children, and she is able to come back happily home. This book won the Caldecott Medal. Lastly, my feature text is Sophie Squash by Pat Zietlow Miller. This book is about a little girl named Sophie who finds a squash at the farmer's market, and instead of eating it, she draws a face on it and names it Bernice. Sophie takes Bernice wherever she goes, even when the squash starts to rot. This book is realistic fiction and won the Booklist Books for Youth Editor's Choice, the Golden Kite Award for Fiction, and the School Library Journal Best Book of the Year. For my first lesson, I chose science as a content area because in this book, all 4 of the seasons are highlighted. This would be a great way to teach kindergartners about the 4 seasons. As a follow-up activity, the students will collaborate to make a poplet. They will each contribute one thing that they learned about any of the 4 seasons and/or answer some of the guiding questions that the teacher has provided on the poplet. The poplet will be displayed and then the class will have a discussion about the seasons and their contributions. And I used Ohio Science Standards for this lesson. Right here is the poplet that I made for this activity. So as you can see, there are questions about all 4 of the seasons, such as what are some of the things you like to do in autumn, what kinds of clothes do you wear in the winter, what does it look like outside during spring, what kind of things do you like to do during the summertime, and to respond to this, you double tap to make another poplet. And right here, you can draw something as a response, or you could even upload an image, or you can type something. And this would definitely be helpful for kindergartners because they might not be able to type as much yet. So they might be able to respond instead of the drawing as their answer. And as you can see, there's plenty of room on this poplet for all of the responses. For my next content area, I chose fine arts. Like Sophie named her squash Bernice, the students will go to the website ABCYA and play the paint game in which they draw their own vegetable friend, anything from a squash to a pumpkin, and name it. The students can save their friends and print out these photos to hang in the classroom. The teacher will explain that since these friends are digital, they will not rot like Bernice. This lesson is also designed for a kindergarten class, and I used Ohio Visual Art Standards. And as you can see right here, my artifact is Patricia the Pumpkin, which I used the paint game to create. Right here is the ABCYA paint game. There are several different kinds of paintbrushes, from spray paints to paint rollers, and different colors to choose, as well as type boxes. So there are all kinds of options for the students right here. So this is a great resource, and I would definitely recommend it for the classroom, and as you can see, it will work well in this fine arts lesson. So this concludes my 4th TechSet video. Thank you so much for watching.